a never-ending run on this racetrack. No matter what, I'ma stay black. It's a never-ending run on this racetrack. Need more jewelry. What I tell myself as I'm writing my eulogy. Ask the mirror, how you put up with this foolery? In reply, how you put up with this song and dance, soulless buffoonery. Long romance, death, what it do to me? Yamagini dream was a nightmare. He was dancing with the devil for his life, yeah. We all on the dance floor. Girl, come with a dance.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Levi's Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was deafening. They're set for football as the 49ers get ready to do battle with the Seattle Seahawks. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Miller now on 1st and 10. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He finds an opening past the 40. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Miller on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
On second down, Ryan. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
They had a good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting has taken over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. Third down, Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Eric Armstead coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board.
Escaping the pressure right. Quick move by Miller. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but But how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Buying time to his left. Now he'll throw deep left. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A very solid gain of 27. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Looking to throw. Miller. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. Here's Miller, operating from the gun. Over the middle to Garcon. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the play. And into the red zone now. And, Charles, they told us offense in the red zone was a focus this week in practice.
A huge priority, and the key was to get points. So you know that all the time during the week they talked about executing, taking care of the football, no big mistakes. Make sure they put points on the board and come out of it with that.
Looking sideline, incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And now it's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio!
Now Miller throwing on 3rd and long. Steps away to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Ohio! Ohio!
From the gun, Miller looking middle, and it's incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. And it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Miller now, off the play fake. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And I think the offense got it back. Yes, they did. At the 2-yard line is where they'll have it.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case,
and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jerick McKinnon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Niners have taken the early lead. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. Gold now out to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And out now come the Seahawks. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks, because then the defense has the advantage.
Dumps that off to Penny, his running back. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
11.
From the shotgun, Ryan. And the grab made by Doug Baldwin. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Baldwin's first catch going to be good enough for a first down.
Gun.
Penny, a first down carry. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now Ryan on second down. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Alongside my broadcast partner Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 3rd and 6 here to start things out.
Get up!
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Miller from the gun, he'll throw. And an alley run. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
Flex round! Flex round!
From the gun on 3rd down. Miller, Goodwin able to haul it in. And running with power here. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
Here's Miller operating from the gun, forced out to his left. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Ohio! Ohio!
Now Miller looking to throw on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
The Niners on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and goal. They'll try and sneak it here. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Braxton Miller with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Gold now out to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. On second down, here's Penny. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And it's hauled in by Nick Vanette. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
On 1st down, Ryan. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
All things considered, a pretty good kick. Just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck. And unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
Now they're set up nicely at the 45-yard line after the missed field goal from 55.
190.
On 1st down, Miller. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So 1:55 to go in the first half. My good friend Charles and I right back at you after this.
Flex round! Flex round! Cut!
Miller now throwing on 1st down. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run because we envision them in offenses, catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here. A chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Back to throw. Miller eluding the pressure right. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
Looking to throw. Miller flushed out right. And his throw here's incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end. And it's 3rd and short.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
This Seattle defense, they haven't broken yet. Coming up here on a 3rd and goal situation. Back to throw. Miller dancing to his left. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football. Incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They'll go with a keeper. Try to wedge his way in there. No. Signal. I don't think he got there. He didn't. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time? I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him. Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Hey, let's go. 21. Left. Ready, go.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he's going to be out of bounds up past the 5. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
21. There we go. Hey, gun.
From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. Flush to it, and now he's going to go down in the end zone. Down goes Matt Ryan, and that's a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Miller on 1st and 10. They'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. This quarterback now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. Here's Miller from the gun. He'll throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A gain of 39 that time. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now Miller to throw on 2nd down. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this 1st half. The Niners on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Miller now, operating from the gun, being chased out left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And his guys have got it back at at the closing stages of the first half. Final play of the half. It's Ryan. Leaves it for Penny. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Looking to throw on second down. Ryan. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Gun. On! Hey, wait. Left! 39.
Third and long. It's Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And taken right on the 30. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you...
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Looking to throw. Miller. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Sliding out of the pocket. Able to locate Wilson. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, third down, spectacular catch. Turns into a first down.
First down saves them from a 3-and-out. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Back to throw. Miller. And now Miller hit, and he fumbles. And the ball ends up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss on the play.
Now I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule. where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Here we go.
Miller looking to throw on second down. And this is caught at the 8. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
In the slot for the catch. They'll roll him out right. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Looking to throw. Miller. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Here's Miller. From the gun, he'll throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to go down again.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal. Now brings up a decision on 4th down.
And Gold is able to put it through. And that will stretch the lead to 3 scores now at 19-0. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Solomon Thomas in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
20.
From the gun, it's Ryan. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. The Seahawks on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
5, 25. Hey, South. Hey, Strickland. Get up.
Operating from the gun. Ryan. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Solomon Thomas in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. This is brought in at the 21. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now Miller on first down. Flushed out right. Room to run inside the 40. And down to the 19-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Well, to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know. I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration.
Back to throw. Miller. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Miller now on third down. Flush to his right. He's going to go up top for the end zone. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's fourth.
Personally, I think they've got to go somewhere else with the football. They've got to bracket it out there in double coverage. Makes it hard to fit it in time after time.
It would have had to have been an absolutely perfect pass and not good enough. And it is incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear a peep of protest out of them. That's just who they are.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. He'll rifle this one deep right side. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
To throw is Ryan. And this one's incomplete. The intended target, Doug Baldwin. And it'll bring up third down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
54, South! Get up!
To throw on third down, Ryan. He'll rifle this one deep right into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal. They go play action here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. Looking to throw. Miller escaping the pressure right. A good display of footwork. It gets him just inside the 5 to the 4. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. Miller going to throw on 3rd and goal. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete.
I like the play call. Roll him out. Give him a chance to run it or throw it. In this situation, he decided to fling it, but couldn't find his man open.
And I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal. Here's Miller operating from the gun. They still can't get him. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Braxton Miller taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Gold now out to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now Ryan. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Leonard Floyd in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. Now here's Michael Dixon. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
Buying time to his left. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Miller. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Looking to throw. Miller steps away, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Frank Clark in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Flex round! Flex round!
That one looks like he'll throw here. And the pressure gets to him again. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
Wait! Hey! 4 down.
Play action. Ryan. On the move to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Ryan forced out. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Solomon Thomas. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The Seahawks on 3rd down. It has been a disaster. 0 for 8 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19.
Hey, gun. 22!
Ryan. Able to get away. He's going to let it fly. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Eddie Jackson picks it. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Wide open receiver complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Now Miller throwing on 1st down. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Flex round!
Miller now to throw on 2nd down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Ohio!
Miller throwing on 3rd and long. This is caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
It's a quarterback sneak. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center that he's going to try and sneak it in. And they catch him here and stop him for no gain.